Hello there, Year 3. I thought I'd show you how to make a pop-up Easter card as Easter's coming up. So here's one I've made earlier. I'll show you that's the front, and then this is the inside. So I'm going to show you how you can make one of your own. You can either use this idea or you may want to have a go at making something different in it. So first we need some cards. I'll just put that one to one side. We need to fold the card in half. You could use paper if you haven't got card and it would work probably just as well. And then I cut 2 slits into it like this. This is going to make it pop up. And when I open it up and push it out, you can see that now will stand up. So I just fold it forward. Now you've got your standing up bit inside. Then I need to get another bit of card and I'm going to stick this inside. So first I'm going to fold this card over as well and put that together like that. I'm going to get some glue and we're going to stick it all together now. So we go like this, put some glue around it. Okay, do it fairly quickly. And then we're going to stick that inside that. So when you open it up, that bit will be your bit that holds it all together. Then I'm going to close it and I'm going to put a picture on the front. So I'm going to write Happy Easter on my front like I've done on my other one. So I'm going to start by writing Happy Easter. I'm going to do it fairly quickly. I'm sure yours will look a lot better if you have a go at making one. Happy Easter. And then draw some grass at the bottom. Nice and quickly for you. Okay, and then I'm going to draw some little lines, which these can be my flowers. Okay, and then I'm going to draw mine as easy. I'm going to draw the cross. I'm doing that bit. Go across there. I colour it in, colour it brown. There we go, like that. Now I'm going to stick some, now I'm using tissue paper for my flowers. You might do something else on the front, that's up to you. If you want to make tissue paper flowers, I'm going to get some glue and stick it at the top of each of my little lines. And I'm going to stick that on there to look a bit like a flower. I mean, I'm just doing 4 for the moment, so I'll just stick 4 bits of tissue paper there on there. Like that. Scrunch it together. Stick that one back there. And scrunch that one together. There we go, so that's going to be the front of my card. Now I'm going to open it up and show you how to do the inside. So on this bit here that's stand up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a cross to stick on that. So when I get some card, I'm going to cut my cross shape out. I think I might draw it first to make it easier. You need to make sure that your cross is not longer than here. So I'm just going to mark here so it doesn't stick out. And I know that's where my card ends. And I can cut within that line now. If I cut along there, and that's the size I'm going to need to make it. So I know when I stick that on, that will still close and won't poke out. So I'm going to draw my cross on it. There we go. Like that. That's loose in and I'm going to cut it out. There we go, like that. I'm going to turn it around the back so you don't see the lines that I've used on it when you stick it on. And I'm just going to colour mine in. So I'm going to colour mine in a nice bright orange colour. Do that, colour it in nice and quickly. Go across there. I'm doing it on some cards so I don't get it on the table. I'm sure you can take much more time over yours. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this onto the bottom part here that's popping up. So if I put the glue on this bit here that's standing forward, and then I can stand my cross up onto there like that and that will stand up. And then when I close it, it will still won't stick out the front so you can't see until you open it up. I'm now going to put a little banner across the top here. So using a bit of card here, I'm going to get some piece of card and I'm going to cut like a rectangle shape on it. Not too big because I want to make sure it doesn't stick out the card again. And this is where you might want to write a message on it. So I'm going to put it above here. So first what I need to do is I need to fold it a little bit at the end there. So I'm going to make one fold there and then I'm going to fold it in again and that will make it stand up. You can make it as big or as small as you like and then you've got your card to stick on. I'm going to write on mine one, I'm just going to write Happy Easter. You might want to write to someone, it's up to you. I'm just going to do this for the moment. And I'm going to stick that. And then what you want to do is put the glue on your back flap. So if you imagine it's like that and you put the glue on the back here and that will hold it in place. So I'll put some glue along there. And I'm going to stick that just above my cross. So when you open the card, you see it. So if you push it in and then when you close the card, that will flap down. You don't want to put it too near, you want to make sure it doesn't stick out the top. So make sure you fold it so it's a little bit lower and then that will pop forward. I might have to hold it in place to make it stick. So that's your first bit there. Now I'm going to show you how to make the flowers. So to make the flowers, you need 4 little rectangles. So if I cut, get a piece of card, and if you cut along 1 big rectangle to start with, and then you can cut that into 4 smaller ones, and that will make your strips. Okay, if you can use the same colour, it looks nice, but if not, it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to use the yellow ones, and I'm going to colour them so they look like grass. So first you need to do is fold it in half, like that, or a little bit, maybe just not quite in half, but close enough. Okay, and then that's going to stand up like that. And I'm going to colour some green onto mine. So there you go, so just make it look a bit grass-like. You need to do that. I'm going to make 4 of them, so they go round my cross. So same thing, colour them in. And then once you've got your 4 flaps, you want to make this. You might want to do grass, you might want to do something else, it's up to you. I'm doing flowers, you might want to put something else Eastery on there. You could make Easter eggs inside it, you could make rabbits, whatever you want to do. Okay, so do that. Then you're going to stick the glue onto the back part. Okay, once you've got your glue on, you can stick those in, spread them around. Make sure again you don't put them too close to the front because you want it to stick out. So if we do the back ones first, put those in there like that. And next we're going to do is make some flowers. Now, to make your flowers, you just need to draw them. Don't make them too hard to cut out. So draw your flowers onto a piece of card. I'll start with drawing my leaves and my stalk. And draw your flower shape. Let's do a nice, I'll do mine pink. You can do whatever colours you want. And then I'm going to colour in my middle. I quite like yellow in the middle. And then you need to cut your flowers out. So you need to cut them very carefully. I would start by cutting them around the edges first and then trim them all up neatly. I've cut some out already, so just cut around that one a little bit to show you. And then cut into the sides, cut into them very carefully. You don't want to make them too big because you want to make sure they stand up and don't fall over. And then once you've done that, stick your glue onto the bottom part of your flower. If you haven't got glue, you could use sellotape, would work just as well. And then stick that onto there and that will stand up. I've cut some out already so as well, so I'm going to put some glue onto these ones now. And I'm going to stick that one on there, onto that card here. Go like that. And then you want to be careful with these front ones that they don't go too near the front because you want them when they fold to fold in. So I'd put them about that back, a little bit further back. Again, stick them in here. And another bit of glue on that one. And then when you can stick your flowers onto them. So here's my flowers. I'm going to stick that one on the front there. Another one here. There we go there. There's my 4 flowers on my cards. You might want to let it dry for a bit before you close it, but I'm just going to show you what it looks like now. So once you've got them all stuck together, what you want to do is you want to fold your flowers down flat like that. Again, you've got to be careful. So you might feel ones are too near the back like mine are. Bring them forward a little bit so they go lay flat. So those ones are a bit too far back. So I'm just going to bring them slightly forward and then they'll lay flat better. You flatten your flowers down that way and then close your card very carefully. So when you can give it to someone, then you can give your card like that. And then when they open it up, you'll have lovely 3D pop-up pictures inside.